difference makers, especially when you start to square up against other squads around your same ranking overall in the season standings. So what are we going to get here? It's going to be a quick defensive hit through mid, little double stack over towards U-Haul, but Seattle taking their time here, not showing anything at the moment.
Yeah, this is currently like a fail-out round for the attacking team. Just want to try to get a read out of what Miami are doing on the defensive end, but no one peeking, no one showing face to the middle of the map. Just waiting for Miami to potentially make a mistake. But that's already been 30 seconds wiped off the game clock. The entire time, Brenzy was calling out info over towards his A-bomb. He wasn't able to spot anything, so the call is, let's work A.
And there's a lot of tactical utility still saved up here, I think, for both sides. So now the nades starting to come through. Push through the smoke for Vehicle, wins the first blood, gets out of there, and then the 4 tried to push it and clear out the U-Haul. So now Seattle's offense restricted to having to play outside of the site towards this bridgeway, which is not where you want to be, and that's why. A heroic double, though, from Vehicle early shuts down the smoke attack for Seattle.
Oh, yeah, he just walks right through it. I'm telling you, that confidence based off map number 1 allows him to be delusional confident in that engagement. Just walks right through the smoke grenade, wins the first gunfight, and then somehow, some way, is able to find a double. As we're going to take a replay look at it, a little bit of a one-way smoke action. He only has 44 HP left, but somehow, some way, only gets hit by 1 bullet in that engagement versus 0-4. Miami take the first.
And I will say, in terms of like how you split hit an A attack, that was a cool look for Seattle. Just Vehicle shuts it down single-handedly, 3 in the round in total, collecting the last kill. So now Miami immediately over towards the offense. Quick action over towards B. There's defenders here, though, and not just here. They're in front of the site. 0-4 taking a round up towards mid-stairs. The rest of Seattle right there to join them, but it's Abuza, the sole defender outside the water steps, to get the first 2.
He's able to catch a double, so now man advantage in favor of Seattle, but Vehicle does pick up a lot of info. He's going to set up Lucky for at least 1, tries to find the second, but the shot's a little bit better on the side of 0-4. What was a double in the first round for Vehicle to secure the round, turns into a double from Abuza, single-handedly shutting down that B pressure to tie the game up.
Really nicely done. That little delay play for Miami, the players in the backside almost getting the perfect read on the quick retake, or the quick contest, I should say, not a full retake. Largely thanks to that guy right there. And I will say, just, you know, tooting the challenger's horn here a touch, the playstyle that Abuza has been able to put together since the departure of Arcides and the inception of 0-4 has been so much closer to what he was done when he was playing out of Belgium and playing with the Wobblebobs team that won championships last year. It just feels better overall for Seattle. So have to find ways to enable him as this round, a quick look, quick hit. No one checks the bridgeway though, and Vehicle gets away with the first blood. Trade is through, but we stay 3v3 with Miami still holding some good control over the top of the A site. Metals following up, but again, trades quickly found. 2v2.
2v2 now. And if you are Seattle Surge, there was a lot of battle and a lot of noise thrown over towards that A site. So now you have to get a read on where the hell the rest of the Miami Heretics players are. And Real already finds himself behind enemy lines, trying to play the timing, potentially working this objective, but the double doors are going to be closed. Real's getting all his info, just trying to set his teammate up.
And that's the bigger part about it, is Lucky knows that he has to keep his attention firmly on towards this A site. But the rotation for Seattle through mid does get scouted. Lucky able to get an eye on it. And oh, their hunt is on. Seattle's trying to chase behind this. Lucky not anticipating it, and the clean shots of 0-4 gets the follow-up. First blood in this engagement. Real in a little bit of trouble. Backside statue almost finessing to isolate the 1v1, but Hook beats him to the punch, and Seattle respond with a round of their own.
Yeah, that was good teamwork right there out of Seattle. Great work early on to find that trade on a Vehicle, because I thought he was going to be able to find a double and secure the round again, but trading effectively. Once it turns into a 2-on-2, you're able to keep Real at bay on the deep pinch, and then just buddy system your way out, push through, find that kill on Lucky, and then trade effectively around the statue to secure 2 rounds in a row.
Clean stuff. And I think especially for Seattle, that round could have gotten out of hand quickly with how the opening first blood just going completely unchecked.
Yeah.
A Vehicle on a 5-2 start overall, but Seattle now up 2-1. Miami next offensive approach. Eyes initially towards A. Oh, for the double stack defender here over at the B site, kind of through mid, and they're going to get full control here at mid. I mean, this is all focus for Seattle, saying we'll just take mid map and see if we can contest from U-Haul if we have to.
Yeah, because they find themselves being the #1 retake team on this map. They only had one opportunity, but it's a 100% conversion rate.
Yeah.
So now into 4v4, Miami Heretics slowly working their way up through A, but you see on your mini-map, Real is working his way around through that water side. Metal's going to get all the info of a bunch of players going on the flank, but this round is going to fall into the hands of Real.
Old habits dying hard there for Metals. I think everyone knows those doors are bulletproof, but he sees the contact and he's a little itchy on the trigger. First contact is good. Seattle playing around the back. Brezzy in a little bit of trouble. Slips away for a little while longer than maybe Miami would have liked, but the kill still gets tallied. We go to a 3v3. Patience here for Miami. Consider there's not a lot of time on the clock. They get a read that Seattle's full wrapped over towards that old P2 at the palm tree, but Abuza slips in. Hoop trying to help out over through the pool side. Back and forth. The kills lead to a 1v1. A little dive forward, but 0-4 gets above water, finds the shots, and wins the round. 3-1 up now for Seattle.
Whew. Seattle surges again by the skin of their teeth, able to clutch up when they need to. 0-4 ends that round on 5 in a row. But it comes down to that first kill that they find on Metals. Once they're able to clear that space, get that opening first blood, and then at the same time, Brezzy, who was the island player on the total opposite side of the map, he gives the info like they're already in our spawn. So they have to be working over towards B. The body system again works there for Seattle to retake over towards that B site. And there was just simply not enough time for Miami to work that objective with the positioning that Seattle had.
And some question, I think, in terms of that full flood for Seattle. Where was it going after they found that kill on the Metals? So a little bit of patience for Miami does get punished. This time, though, first blood is good. Abuza the first to drop over towards the top side of security. And this is interesting. They're going to leave Hook by himself at A. Everyone else trying to create some noise on the other side of the map. But as Real shuts down the rotation through mid, now the defense for Miami can feel a little bit more confident that whatever their decision is would be a good one. And 0-4 on 5 in a row will likely just see this round come to a pretty anticlimactic end, trying to play for this cruise missile.
Yeah, you can just tell about Seattle's attacking strategy right there was that we're going to spread map, probably show a little bit of aggression over towards A, but Miami Heretics with the defensive adjustment stack over towards that site for the multiple kills. And now 0-4, who was slowly working his way up the water side, finds himself between a rock and a hard place in a 1v4 on 5 in a row. Definitely wants to earn that cruise missile. And if you are Miami, you just have to try to sniff him out and no one drop, because that cruise can change the game.
Well, Beagle's able to tally, at least find him. And now the hunt is on, and they will get the kill. All 3 members from Miami are there, so brilliant bounce back here for Miami. They shut down the cheeky, cheesy antics there for Seattle, find themselves back to within 1 in the overall round count, and you get rid of the potential threat of the cruise missile. Super successful for Miami.
Yeah, I think if I'm Seattle Surge, I'm just going back to what works for us. I'm not going to really change my strategy up due to someone trying to earn themselves a cruise missile and playing on a complete opposite side of the map. The way you've been having a lot of success has been through the teamwork aspect, but a lot of solo one-on-one chows unfortunately cost them that round and cost them the cruise missile. So now Miami trying to build a little momentum on their attacking side. Seattle Surge completely ready for the blind counter. It's going to be a battle over at this A side.
Lots of opening defensive stuns and flashes and nades all being tossed over towards that front part of security. None of it hitting, though. So Miami just holding off just a touch. Metals gets a little bit of a look over the top of the A site from that top window. And now here comes the play. Hook playing a very off angle right in front of this A site, though. Is hoping that Brezzy will watch over his top side if needed. But this is all about pop up, find a kill, and hopefully get out if you're Seattle trying to defend this A site.
Yeah, hopefully Brezzy's going to be able to shoot over him effectively to potentially set up Hook, but I don't know if he's going to be ready for the angle of Miami Heretics pushing their way right through you. They have all the map control, and that's just going to flood over to the site. Hook gets caught off guard. First blood, Miami.
Yeah, that's tough scenes, and I get it. If you're Hook, you're just hoping that someone's going to run right across you. You find that first blood, and it completely stops any attention towards this A hit, but doesn't work out. Kills are not clean, really, in any form, and Miami will run away with the round. Yeah, that kind of feels like that's almost maybe the story and the trends we're starting to get. Like Seattle's trying to pull a little bit of a cheeky setup here and there in a couple of the rounds, but Miami just dealt with it very nicely. Good discipline on the side of the Heretics.
Yeah, right now Seattle Surge, they're just relying on one player to make a play, and that's not the way you're going to find success with the way that Miami are playing. Just all out bombarding one way through the map, and just simply too many angles for Hook to account for. As they find the first blood, they trade effectively around statue and secure the round. So Miami able to tie the game up back at 3. A couple players working on a little bit of a streak. And I think if you are Seattle, let's just go back to everyone hitting one way and trading out.
A little bit of the old faithful. And
oh my God.
No. That is, well, to put it plainly, not what you want to see if you're a Miami fan. So Seattle Early 4v2, not a bullet has been fired yet in that. And the post plant set up Miami. Well, good luck.
Yeah, that's tough. Definitely want to go back and look at how Vico was able to nade Real in that situation.
Had
but
to be a stick.
Lucky and Meadows left to try to clutch up in the 2v4. Positioning's now going to be known. Great shots from Abuza for the actual first blood of the round. And now it's Meadows left in the 1v4. He gets taken down. And Seattle Surge on the back of Vico playing in a 5v3 basically in that round. Secures the round.
Okay, it looks like we will have the replay of what happened here. And my guess would be stick
Real
on the way
was
through
jumping.
mid. Yeah.
I felt like he was jumping over the balcony, and then Javi was
Something
trying
like
to
that.
throw the nade over the top of water, and unfortunately just caught him right in the buttocks.
Well, yep. Right on the back of the old head. And I don't even know if Vico realized that he stuck him. Or if he did, I don't know. His reaction didn't say much. But, wow, okay. They held hands over the top of the waterfall, and with the Semtex attached, they find themselves a watery grave. So here we go, 4-3, free round for Seattle. Miami back over towards A, but the quick push for Seattle through mid does get red. Bomb carrier still holding on towards the objective, but the trades are decent. And honestly, a little cut through here from Hook only gets the first 1v1 quickly. Shots good, and Miami able to bounce back, take a quick round of their own.
Whew, Miami right off the rip. That one was one hell of a mixy round. Both teams are trying to acquire a lot of mid-map control, but Miami were the team there first. So they got that first blood. They traded effectively onto 0-4, and then I thought Hook cut his head off when he was working his way through mid-U, but somehow, some way, he's able to win a one-on-one. Then when it turns into a one-on-one between Meadows and Brezzy, Meadows just gets the read that Brezzy has to be close by, and he's able to secure the round for Miami. So already disregarding that previous round out of Vico, tie the game right back up.
Reset it. Here we go. Hit for Seattle again, like you kind of called for from their previous offense. No more nonsense. Just hit something together. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Booza top window dealt with. Good wall bank shots from Metals. Cleans up the first blood. No worries. Vico in the corner though cannot make good on the contact. So Hook will walk away with two. Even the odds up a touch. Brezzy from the lower side at bridge turns it into a 1v1. Gets the mantle over. Lucky playing over towards U-Haul, and everything comes to a very sudden pause and a lot of silence over the top of this A site.
Yeah, and this is a very big round. Brezzy at least is going to be able to get the info. And now he's going to work that objective, knowing that Lucky's not going to go for the instant reach out. So it's going to be 45 seconds on the game clock. Such a huge round to basically call game.
Lucky still trying to feel things out through you. Brezzy trying to predict the long route. Does he hold this angle for long enough, though? Because it does look like Lucky may want to consider this, but the longer he holds it, the more this will be contact right over the top of the statue. Brezzy right back to check. Here's Lucky on the corner. Shots are good from both sides. Lucky thinking about it. Brezzy pushing up. Lucky doesn't get the prediction. No, he doesn't. And Brezzy wins the 1v1. A quick gut check call to push the issue. And that's enough for Seattle to get the map point.
You can just tell Brezzy's playing with the utmost confidence. He knows that he has Lucky weak. He's not going to go for the instant chow, but catches the timing on the push right back up through Skybridge. As we're going to take a replay look at it again. Look at these shots. Both players hitting great shots, but 53 HP for Lucky. Brezzy gets a read on. He's definitely weaker than I am. So let me switch to that Rival 9, get the up close and personal gun in my hand, and secure the round for my team. Seattle Surge at game point.
What do you call here for Miami? Oh, they're going back to essentially what looked like in round number 1. 3-1 split up. All of it heading over towards B. The last time this play happened, Abuza was the one to find the double, but this time he is the sole defender with no help through middle, so he cannot commit to playing on top of patio. He has to make sure that his defenders at A stay safe from that mid-cross, which means that Miami are going to get a ton of free space. Abuza still comes back to the play, finds himself two again, and this time the bomb down to a much more precarious spot.
Oh, yeah, this is not going to be an easy round for Miami to try to clutch up. You have 55 seconds left. You already have a player from Seattle Surge working his way behind enemy lines, which is going to be 0-4. If he can catch the time or at least spot this one play to the map, even more difficult now for Lucky to try to clutch up in a 1v3.
B site is pretty open for the time being, but it will not stay that way for long. Seattle are wolf packing their way through B. And yep, Lucky's going to get caught through mid stairs here. He's been seen. Hook is on the hunt. Wait for the clean shots. Lucky not even bothering, looking behind him. No spidey senses here. Finally gets the turn and sees all three members sprinting at him. Seattle, they've gotten the